Alright guys, welcome to this video. In the last video, we looked at if statements, and as you can see on screen, we made a little program that's going to check the age of a person coming into an amusement park and tell the person what fee the person is having. If your age is less than 6, you're paying no money, and if your age is less than 26 but more than 6, you pay $20 and everyone else pays $30. In today's video, we're going to be looking at how we're going to use if statements and lists. So we're going to see what we can do with lists, and we're also going to look at some other tricks that we can use to make our Python code better. If you're pumped and ready for this video, if you are, make sure to drop a like down below right now and subscribe so that you don't miss any new videos. If you enjoyed the video at the end, don't forget to like, because you motivate me to make more videos. Well guys, without further ado, let's get into the video. So first things first, let's see what we can do with lists. So I'm just going to make a list here called rides. Now, what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to add some rides into our amusement park. So I'm going to add the roller coaster ride and the Ferris wheel and the spinning thing. And once we have those three, we can get started on some list operations. So the first thing you can do is take the user through all the rides in the amusement park. I'm just going to do that right now. So we're going to use a for loop, for ride in rides, and then we're going to do some. If you watch my for loops video, you're going to understand all of this. So the link to it is going to be up in the info card and in the description, and also the link to the if statements video is going to be there as well. But we're going to take the user through every single ride. So we're going to print every single ride, but now we're going to add something to it. So we're going to make it, so let's see, we're going to print, let me use single quotes instead because it looks better to me. We're going to print you are now on the, and then we're going to add the ride. So don't forget, use these curly braces to put the variable straight into the text. So we're going to put the ride right there. You are now on the roller coaster having fun. We'll just leave it at that. And then we're also going to print another one. You exit the roller coaster, so that we can just have two statements there, and it's going to be a lot better. So you exit the roller coaster. So now it's going to do this for each and every single ride in the loop. So I think I can use the dot title method here, because why not? It's gonna make it look a lot better. And as you can see, we have every single ride. So let's check if everything is working. Quick error here, it's wrong. Oh, just going to close off these, forgot that. And checking age, so we still have the program from the last one. So let's say I'm 15. My fee is $20 and I've paid that. You are now on the, what? There's something wrong with that. I'm supposed to use F strings. So we're gonna make these double quotes, and we're going to make them F strings so that we can embed those. How did I forget? Alright, and now as you can see, we're back here and we need to input our age. Let's say now I'm 25. Enter that, and as you can see, it's not working. You're now on the roller coaster having fun. You exit the roller coaster, you're now on the Ferris wheel having fun, and so on. So that's how that works. So it does it for every single ride. Now this is basic for loops. We need to go a little bit deeper. What else can we do with if statements? Let's say the Ferris wheel is broken. So let's just put that in. So if ride is Ferris wheel, and then we're gonna do something if that's true. So I need to make this double equals, because this is comparing instead of setting. And now we can do something with this if it's Ferris wheel. So we're going to print something, tell the user, hey, sorry, but our Ferris wheel is broken. And then if it isn't, so we're gonna make this into an else. If it isn't the Ferris wheel, we're gonna do all these. So I'm just gonna add a tab there. As you can see, we've added a layer of code to our program. So let's run and see what happens. You are now on the roller coaster having fun. You exit the roller coaster. Sorry, but our Ferris wheel is broken. Then you go on the spinny thing, and that's it. So as you can see, the Ferris wheel is broken, so it does check that condition. Now that's one thing you can do with list. Another thing you can do is you can check if a list is empty. So let me comment out this entire piece of code, and then we're going to create an empty list, and we need to check if that list is empty before we do something with it. So now how to do this is to check if it exists. Now in Python you can check if a variable or list exists by using just the variable name. So if write exists, you're going to do something, else you're going to do nothing. So we're going to print it's here. Now unlike normal variables, for a list it has to have some items in it. If not, it's not going to work. So else, if it doesn't exist, we're going to print the list is empty. So I don't want to enter my age every single time, so I'm just going to comment all of this out so that we can go through all of this a little faster. So now when we run the code, as you can see, it says that the list is empty. This is because there is nothing in the list, and we're checking if there's something in the list. So that's how you can check for an empty list using if statements. Now another thing we're going to use is multiple lists. So now that we've gotten empty list out of the way, let's quickly bring back all my code. So now let's see how we can use multiple lists. So let's remove this because we're done with that segment. Now let's make this all right, and let's make this right. So in here we're going to have, so we're just basically going to input all the rights that we have. Now I might want to go on Google and search for rides in an amusement park because I've never been to one, but I'm just going to put whatever comes out the top of my head because that's going to make things a lot easier. Okay, so now I have 5, I think. So now we're going to put in the available rights. Now I'm just going to make it 3 of them available. And as you can see, guys, these 3 have been added. Now what we're going to do now is going to be pretty interesting, I suppose. We are going to check if one ride is in the other list. I don't know if I'm making sense, but you're going to see. So if the ride in all rights is in available rights, which is this second list right here, it's going to print you're on the ride, having fun, you exit the ride. If it's not, then it's going to print sorry, but that ride is broken. So let's do that. So for every ride in all rights, now we're going to do something pretty interesting. So for ride in all rights, if the ride is in rights, now rides is the second list here. So if the ride is in rights, we're going to do this. So we're going to move this code over to this area, and then I'm going to quickly cut this and take it away. So if the ride is in rides, we're going to print this. Now if not, we're going to say sorry, but our Ferris wheel, but our ride is broken. So ride, what's wrong with my shift key? It's broken. Sorry, but my shift key is broken. I just use the other one. Oh, it's fixed. Alright, so sorry, but our ride is broken. So as you can see, we have it all set up. So then at the end, we're just going to print some some wonderful statements for the user to go home with. I did not say cheesy. So we're going to print, we hope you had fun. And we make it a single U because why not? So we're gonna save this, and as you can see, we have this all set up. Now let's run it and see if it works the way we want it to. I'll just look quickly, no errors, I don't think so. I forgot to do this. There we go, that should work now. And as you can see, it's a fully functional program. Amusement park, checking age, and then we're gonna input our age, which I'm going to input. And it prints everything. Are you kidding me? I forgot that again. Not again. Alright, so we're gonna do this. You're in the Ferris wheel having fun, you exit the Ferris wheel. Sorry, our merry-go-round is broken. Sorry, our roller coaster is broken. Now, what are the two things that are not broken? As you can see, it's the merry-go-round and the roller coaster that are not in this list. So as you can see, it compares the list to each other, and then depending on the result, it prints a different message. So that's how that works. You can use multiple lists and compare them to each other, and then you can also change them depending on what happens, which makes if statements a whole lot more useful when you're using programs. Now, another thing I like to talk about is styling your if statements. Styling your if statements. So as you can see, we have a simple if statement here. And it's looking, pretty spaced out, pretty wonderful. Now, this is a good way to use your if statements. But if you use this, it makes your code look a whole lot more jammed together. But even worse is if you use this. Yeah, this makes you look like you're from outer space. So we need to keep our balance here. We don't want to use too little space, we don't want to use too much space. We want to add just the right amount of spacing in our code. Of course, it doesn't affect how it runs, just affects how it appeals to the human eyes and makes it a lot better to look at when it's styled correctly. So usually I like to go with this. And as you can see, this is a great layout for your program. So make sure you add appropriate spaces in if statements and also anything. Print statements, anything you can add a good space to, just do it because it's going to make it look a lot better. That's going to be it for this video, guys. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to drop a like down below, and most importantly, don't forget to subscribe so that you don't get to miss any of my future videos and so that you can learn more about Python. Anyways, guys, with all that said, stay happy coding, and I'll see you in the next one.